Minister, hi. Peter Semler, hi. From Washington, D.C. We've been doing a lot on Uzbekistan. You're the new best in class of new economies in the whole EBRD.
Very good.
You know, the White House has given you like $9 billion. You have, next week I'll be in Tashkent and Samarkand for the governor of Mississippi who's visiting.
There is a visit of the governor.
What do you expect from, what do you expect now from this meeting in Uzbekistan in the future?
Which meeting you mean?
This EBRD meeting.
Well, you know that we just reopened the relations with EBRD 2.5 years ago after the changes started in Uzbekistan. So we expect, we are really satisfied with the level of our cooperation with EBRD at the moment, but we think that we need to intensify, we need to expand more, explore more sectors of economy in Uzbekistan, expand what EBRD is doing into different sectors, deepen the reforms in Uzbekistan, and we really appreciate EBRD's help.
And I mean, you've become like the new good neighbor of Central Asia in the area. You get along with the Chinese, the Russians, the Americans. This is something that you're taking the leadership, because our president wants growth, economic growth in Uzbekistan, so we can have growth in Afghanistan, so our soldiers can go home. So this is
Uzbekistan, If you were following the news from Uzbekistan, you would probably know that Uzbekistan is paying, Uzbek government is paying a great attention to the issue of our, multilateral and bilateral relations with our neighbor countries.
But I think there's never been an economy that's gone from, an authoritarian, whatever you call it, to a open market society in such quick time. It's almost night and day. You have major John Deere, Caterpillar, you have oil companies coming to Uzbekistan, and then Uncle Ben's from Mississippi is coming, which is owned by that small little conglomerate called Mars International. It's across the river from me in Washington, D.C., the biggest food company in the world. That's all coming together at this point.
Yes.
Can you get reforms done fast enough?
I think the Uzbekistan are more than fast enough now, because even we are sometimes far behind. We need to put a lot of efforts to follow those reforms. But frankly speaking, yes, and we really appreciate the support of the world community, of other countries, of IFIs and institutions like EBRD. But I think the major issue is we have the clear strategy, 5-year strategy, which covered years 2018 to 2021. So we will work more. 2016 and 2021. So we will work more on further deepening the reforms. We are now at the process of working out the strategy for.
So now you can do things like go 5G rather than 4G, go on blockchain for clearing, stock exchange, and go to the next generation rather than. And then one of the things I'll compliment your ambassador in Washington, D.C., you're the most enlightened country with ambassadors. Not only is he ambassador to your country, he's also a deputy governor of a region. Everybody should have that responsibility as an ambassador. So he has to do economic promotion and be a governor at the same time.
Yes, we worked out a very interesting system of working, we're trying to use all the capacities we have, and our ambassadors are now in charge of the investment issues, of the trade issues, and they're in charge of particular regions development, they're in charge of particular sectors of economy development. That's true. So even my ministry, we work in a triangle, It's like our ministry in the middle.
Yeah.
Then there are 3 sides of this triangle. One is the regions, where we have the deputy governors, deputy mayors of all the district cities in charge of investments, and they report to me as well. Then we have the second side of the triangle is deputy ministers, deputy chairman, deputy CEOs of the ministries, institutions, government-owned companies, large ones like oil and gas company, energy company, who are in charge of investments as well. So I've got like a regional and sectoral, people.
Okay.
And then on the top of this, I have the people in the embassies abroad who are in charge of trade and investment.
Yeah.
So we are trying to cover this, and we're trying to establish a system of interacting regions, sectors, and our embassies, so that we boost
Because
the flow of investments in the country.
For example, Bosnia state partnership is with Maryland, a great state of Maryland. Yours is Mississippi. So the state partnership, Congressman Kelly is the general of the state partnership. So maybe we'll make our my ambassador, U.S. ambassador to Uzbekistan, the deputy governor of Mississippi.
Why not?
Thank you. Thank you.
So see you.
Thank you very much. See you.
Bye. When you come to Uzbekistan, let us know.
I will. I'm accredited.